Welcome back. As I mentioned, we have Jeff Parker here, and we're going to go over some COVID numbers as well as the Laguna Woods vaccination program. Hi, welcome. Did you have a good 3-day weekend?
It was nice.
It is nice to always have that, huh?
Yeah,
I kind of want you to make that happen every weekend. Yeah. Can you make that happen?
There is the advantage of getting a couple things done and then having actual 2 days to do your own stuff. Right?
Exactly. Well, welcome.
Thank you. So let's do numbers first, and then we have a bunch of information about our vaccination process. So starting with numbers, again, a positive on the positive side for sure. We're seeing reduction in cases and reduction in hospitalizations, especially in the ICU. We're down to, so we'll start with cases at 361. Last week we had numbers in all the way up to 900. So that's a big drop.
Yeah,
so that's good. And still, the tests, though, are still pretty high, so that's a good ratio when you start seeing 11,000 tests, but only 361 positive. So seeing that trend go in the right direction. Mm-hmm. And then with regards to hospitalizations, 790 and then 257 in the ICU. That was 1,000 when we spoke last week.
Wow.
With regards to hospitalizations, and we were at 331 ICUs. So pretty good drop there, and we like to see that. Unfortunately, passing away of 33 people, again, 6 people in assisted living or nursing care facility, but 27 that weren't. So those are the big numbers for Orange County. Mm-hmm. With regards to Laguna Woods, again, the community of Laguna Woods in total, we're at 384 cases, so we've gone up a little bit compared to what we were last week. Mm-hmm. But our deaths in the community and in the city have not changed. They're 28, right. So that's a good sign, considering news. What you're seeing is that kind of backlog of, unfortunately, people that are in the ICUs who can't survive or didn't survive, which is sad, is going up, but not in our case.
Right,
so
right.
That's good.
One thing I noticed in the numbers is that it said that we had almost 3 million people that were tested. Well, that's really close to almost how many people we have here in Orange County, right?
Yeah.
I mean, that's pretty close.
Yep.
So that's a good thing. And then you look at those numbers where the positivity rate is much lower, like it shows here.
Yeah, and that's the sign, especially in the test positive rate of 9.4, continues to drop pretty dramatically. And 29, like I said, 2 weeks ago we were talking 49, and now we're at 29. So we're making steady progress. The communities out there, the whole county. That's a good sign. Obviously, we still have ways to go to get to that red category, but we're going in the right direction. That's for sure.
We're making a lot of progress.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
That is very good.
Great. Well, yay. Let's hope that we are able to bypass. I mean, there was the Super Bowl, right? And then so far, we're not seeing an uptick from that, which is great news.
That's really good news.
And then more and more people are getting vaccinated, which is great. And which brings me into what we've done here for the villagers. So good stuff.
So as we, just to recap, this last weekend, because we didn't receive any additional doses for Saturday and Sunday, we only did Friday. Right. But we were able to get up to over 8,500 residents that we vaccinated here in the village. So a really good number that we've accomplished. Mm-hmm. And so now, as I mentioned last week, we're starting into phase 2, which is really to hit our second dose operations.
Right.
And so we'll be starting that this weekend. We're going to start with the towers first. That was the first group that got their vaccination. So we're doing that Friday. Mm-hmm. And then our second dose vaccinations will be for people who received their first vaccinations that first weekend on January 22nd through the 24th. Mm-hmm. Those will be taken care of on Saturday and Sunday.
And they will have appointments. And have they been notified of those appointments yet?
So we're doing 2, there's about 3 different ways that they're being notified. Okay. One, they can go on, it's starting this afternoon, they can go on Laguna Woods Village alerts.com, and there's going to be the portal that is being put together by Memorial Care, and that will have your appointments specifically on there. Okay. So that's number one. What the portal will also do eventually will allow people who are looking for their second doses down the road, a couple of weekends from now, being able to do that. But this weekend is the only thing that's up on the portal as of right now. And we're trying to get that portal up this afternoon so people can check on their appointments.
Okay.
If the second way was emails from the Memorial Care working there, they have a permit, a process where when they took in the email information, they're sending out notices of appointments via email, but some people don't have emails, so check your emails. For residents who got that shot from January 22nd to 24th, go back in right now, because that email came out last week. So go back in, check your spam, check your email, your appointment should be there. If it's not, the third way that they're going to be notifying is through telephone call. So kind of like a robocall. Memorial Care Appointment System is going to call 48 to 24 hours in advance of Saturday and Sunday. So you'd be hearing a phone call on Friday, potentially on Thursday. And we hope that by having all three levels, the phone call, the portal, and the email, everybody will know when their appointment is and when they should come down. Don't just come down at 8 o'clock in the morning, even though you have your appointment at 4 o'clock in the afternoon. We have it scheduled out because there's only so many doses that we can do on an hourly basis.
Okay, and this is strictly for those who are getting their second dose.
Correct.
So do you have any, I would assume this is going to take 3 weekends to catch up with the 8,500, right?
Yes, that's correct. So we'll do almost just identical process that we did, but we'll be focusing on second doses. For those individuals who for some reason declined or just didn't want to do it at that point in time, have rethought it and want to get a first dose, they can go on the county website, Athena, and they're still taking appointments at those locations, which is both Disneyland and SoCa.
Yes.
So that's a good way to do that.
And that's if you're 65 and over.
Exactly.
Right. Okay.
And so if they wanted to send us information that they hadn't received their first dose, we'll take that information online, and then we'll make a list. And just to make sure everybody understands, it's just a list that we're calculating, and then we'll try to get that with Memorial Care and see if there's anything we can do. The number one priority I would tell people, if you haven't gotten your first dose and you want to, go through the Athena website, because they have so many more capabilities at both Disneyland and SoCa to take you in.
Yeah, they're doing anywhere from 3,000 to 4,000 doses a day, vaccines a day. Now, just to reiterate, so you said 65 and over can get on a wait list if they would like to be on the wait list for the vaccination, your first dose of vaccinations. And that would be info@lagunawoodsvillage.com is the one that they're going to send the information to. And then, of course, that is not for a few weeks that you'll be administering the first dose again.
Probably not. In all reality, it's going to be, and it won't be necessarily here. We would be working with Memorial Care to do it at maybe another clinic, but we know that we want to help people out get that shot. And like you said, the Athena app and being able to go through the county, because of the numbers that they're doing, is probably your best bet with regards to moving in that direction if you wanted to get that first shot. Right,
exactly. Something to consider when you talk about the towers. Now, if people wanted information regarding their second doses there, Lisa Armstrong, who is the general manager, would have that information, correct?
She would. I do want to say that, again, they are going to get the same kind of notification process with regards to the appointments and process, and then we're doing the towers on Friday.
Right.
So it's specific to Friday as opposed to intermixing it with the Saturday and Sunday, which was the rest of Clubhouse 7. So they should be getting the same kind of information, email notification, or a phone call follow-up, and that process will start a little bit earlier, obviously, because that's Friday.
Okay, perfect. And then I think they've been getting phone calls at the hotline about vaccination appointments, but that's not what you want to use the hotline for, correct?
Right. That's correct. You want to go to the website that you mentioned. If you're going to get on a waiting list, that's the place to go.
Okay.
Because the hotline's not going to be able to set appointments, counsel you on appointments. So the better way is to get on that wait list, and then we can handle it from there.
Okay, good. Now, one thing to take into consideration is what you need to do for your second dose. So there are some preparations and things you need to bring with you.
Real important too, because of the vaccine appointments are critical. So we want you to bring your vaccine card. So when you received your card, when you got vaccinated, we want you to bring that now. In some cases, that didn't have an appointment on it. That's why we're rolling out this appointment process.
Okay.
But bring your card. It shows when you got your first vaccine. And we're gonna, when you're driving in, we're gonna have people there, security, asking for you to show your vaccine. Because what we don't want is we don't want to get it intermixed with somebody thinking they can come in and get a first dose or anything. So it's really imperative that people bring their first dose card.
Okay.
And that's really going to help up. And there are no walk-ups for the second dose.
Okay.
Not somebody going to, in a sense, walk in and say, hey, I got a second dose, or I got my first dose over in Disneyland, and I want to come in.
You have to stay within your same process, right?
Right.
Okay.
So that's real critical, because I think some people think, well, hey, it's going to be easier, or a circumstance where I went to Disneyland or I went to Long Beach, we're hearing them, but your appointment's going to be back at that location for your second dose.
Okay. So if the people who the first group that did not get their vaccination card, what are they going to have to show the folks? Will there be a list?
Well, they got a card.
They did get a card anyway.
But what they didn't have was an appointment on there for this weekend.
Okay,
so
great.
Bring your card, and that'll still have it on there the date you got the
Perfect.
exam.
So at least, because I didn't know that they got a card, but
Yeah.
it just did not have a date of when
It
to
didn't
come
have a
back.
date
Okay.
of the appointment for the second.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, that's
Once
good.
we got into the system and another few weekends, we were able to put the updated when their second vaccine was
Okay.
given.
And then I also know that you guys started house calls, which is great.
One of the, we talked about it last weekend. One of the really, really nice things we were able to do is work with some memorial care volunteers and doctors and nurses and to get into some of our residents in their homes and get them the shots, because they'll say they had a broken leg or a circumstance where they couldn't get out of bed. And we did a number of those. And again, if you run into that scenario again, please use the same app. Contact us, we'll put you on a waiting list, and we'll see if we can do that again in the future. But it was very successful.
Yeah, you guys did 68 residents, which is really great. And then what they are instructing folks to do is to call social services. And that number is 949-597-4267. Or again, like you mentioned, you can send an email to info@lagunawoodsvillage.com. And they can get on the list and be considered for a future.
Either way, we want to help you out if we can. And doing that many people, given the list that we had, it was able to really address some great needs. There's a great footage that we had with a lady who couldn't get out of bed type of thing, and it just showed that the service that we've been able to provide to our residents here in Laguna Woods has just been phenomenal, and I can't thank Memorial Care and their volunteers.
That's great.
It's just been super.
It's been great. You might have a flood of people wanting to move here now.
That would be okay.
Well, with that mentioned, the vaccination program, we do have a clip that we want to show you of what happened last Friday, so take a look.
Good morning. So we're here at Clubhouse 7. It's a pretty exciting day for us because we're about to take off with two teams of healthcare professionals that are going to go out and vaccinate some of our most elderly residents. So it's the first time that we are aware of this happening, and we're just very, very excited that we have the opportunity to do it.
Hi, I'm Dr. Kathy Hahn, and I'm a retired obstetrician gynecologist. I am volunteering with Memorial Care, and we are vaccinating seniors in Laguna Woods in their community at their clubhouse. And we're so excited to be doing this because it is a service that we can provide right in their backyard.
My name is Dr. Tanya Evans. I'm a dermatologist in the community, and I feel honored to be here today and part of Memorial Care Saddleback Memorial Medical Center. And we're going out to help out the community, our elderly population here in Laguna Woods and Laguna Hills. And I feel honored and privileged to be part of Memorial Care and to be out there in the mobile unit to go out and vaccinate the people that can't get to the clinic to be vaccinated. So we're excited about this. This is a great community project and we're all volunteers.
My name is Nora Evans and I'm a surgeon at the Memorial Care Saddleback. And for years, the residents at Laguna Woods Village have entrusted their care to Memorial Care Saddleback. And for many years, Memorial Care Saddleback has come up to meet the needs of those residents. Today, we're even taking a step further by actually going to the residents that are homebound, that can't physically come to the clubhouse to receive their vaccine. So we're actually going to their homes to administer their vaccine. We are so excited to be part of this great project.
Well, welcome back. Doesn't that look great? You guys did a great job, and Memorial Care, like you mentioned, is awesome. So thank you. It was nice to see you, and we'll catch up with you on Friday.
On Friday. Sounds great.
All right.
Thank you, Lisa.
All right. And when we come right back, we will have some additional information about Laguna Woods for you. So stay tuned.